Paul McCartney has shared his reflections on the Beatles' live performances, revealing that not every song they performed on stage was met with excitement from their audiences. The iconic group, who reigned over the music industry during the 1960s, gained a reputation for their high-energy concerts, often accompanied by frenzied fans whose deafening screams frequently overpowered the music itself. Yet, despite the palpable enthusiasm at their shows, McCartney acknowledged that some songs didn't always strike the right chord with the crowd. He recalled that whenever the band attempted to perform new material, the reaction could be mixed. Songs such as Babies in Black didn't always receive the same warm reception. McCartney noted that while the excitement in the crowd would typically peak with the mention of the Beatles, that energy could quickly shift when they announced they were introducing something new, with some fans responding with disappointment or even displeasure. He pointed out that this wasn't a problem exclusive to the Beatles. McCartney had witnessed other legendary bands, including the Rolling Stones, face similar challenges when presenting new tracks in front of live audiences. Even with the Beatles' global popularity, stepping away from their greatest hits didn't always go over well. According to him, the older and more familiar songs tended to be more successful with audiences. For example, Babies in Black consistently failed to generate the same enthusiastic response as fan favorites like I Feel Fine or She Loves You. He regarded this as simply an inherent part of live performance culture. Despite their immense success, the Beatles chose to retire from touring in 1966. Years of non-stop travel and the intense pressure of performing for massive audiences had left them drained. As a result, they opted to redirect their creative efforts toward studio recordings. The band's final scheduled concert occurred on August 29, 1966, at Candlestick Park in San Francisco. Although they made a brief return to live performance during their spontaneous rooftop concert atop their Apple Corps headquarters in London on January 30, 1969, that unplanned set marked their final public appearance as a group. Following the group's disbandment, McCartney resumed performing, both as a solo artist and alongside his band Wings. After releasing the album Wildlife in 1971, Wings embarked on a tour the following year to promote it. This tour represented McCartney's first return to live performance since the Beatles stopped touring. Interestingly, he chose not to include any Beatles songs in the set list. During a 1974 interview with Rolling Stone, he explained that he was hesitant to face rows of journalists scribbling in notebooks, ready to evaluate whether his current work measured up to his Beatles-era achievements. He admitted that he wanted to avoid the pressure of such comparisons. He also shared that leaving out Beatles songs presented a logistical challenge. The band needed to fill a full hour with other material, something they initially struggled to do. At that point, McCartney hadn't yet established solo hits like My Love, a song that would later be strongly associated with him. He could sense that audiences were still hoping for Beatles tunes, which contributed to his anxiety while performing. Eventually, though, McCartney realized that his worries were unfounded. By the time they began touring the UK, he had grown confident in the band's set list and their ability to connect with the crowd. He understood that they could deliver a successful show using their own material, and the positive reception from audiences reassured him. That recognition helped him shake off his stage nerves and embrace the performances with renewed confidence.